All right, folks, so this week, Batman Arkham City came out for the PS3 and Xbox 360, and we're just going to talk about that a bit. We're going to review it. I don't know if you've ever heard of those words, or that word in particular, but that's what we're going to do.
It's two words. It's a hyphenate.
Yeah, I thought so. So have you played Arkham City?
Yes, this is the game that I remember very specifically last September, counting down the days, like 13 months. I want this now, and completely worth the wait. To every Batman fan out there, if you loved Arkham Asylum, this game it's everything we wanted and more. And that just magical. Can't put it down.
Magical. It's magical.
Like there's so much nerdiness. Like the gameplay is fluid. The flying around the city is amazing. Like I thought I knew what it was like to be Batman in Arkham Asylum. Arkham City really takes that to the next level.
I thought you knew what it was like to be Batman when you dressed up like Batman.
Robin, thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why have high hopes when you're going to be the sidekick?
I also really liked how Batman's always tuned into the city because he's aware of everything that's going on.
He's got Morgan Freeman just tuning him into everything.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that like some people were kind of criticizing a bit is the combat, which I don't see any problem with it at all.
It's like, very simplistic still, just like the first one. You're really just spamming the one attack button.
Easy to play, hard to master, and it makes you feel like Batman because Batman has gotten to the point where he knows how to kick these thugs down like nothing.
That was the PG version of that sentence.
One thing, Batman, he definitely shows how he's super duper knowledgeable. You definitely feel like a badass with a lot of the new skills. One of the things that's really amazing is the design. They redesigned a lot of the characters from you look at Penguin, and you get a close look at Penguin. It's like Penguin's wearing a monocle. It's the Penguin, and you see it closer, and it's a bottom part of a bottle stuck in his eye. Yeah. It's not a monocle.
He's also like Bob Hoskins, isn't he? He's like, oh yeah, Batman.
He's British.
That's actually Nolan North. Nolan North.
They made him British, and it's so dark and it's so gloomy and it's so amazing.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job of like taking it on. Like with Batman Begins in The Dark Knight, it's Batman in a real world. Like we can relate to it now. It can happen now, and the same thing works with the game. It's what would Penguin look like in the real world.
Graphically, it's beautiful. The graphics, I only know, you barely notice, if any, if you're traveling slow enough, because I'm gliding all across the city. Loading times while you're in the city, it does load, but you don't really notice it. It's almost like Red Dead, if you played Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead, you're traveling across this gigantic environment, but you're like, wait, it didn't load yet. The only time it really loads is when you go indoors and outdoors, and because you're so pumped up, you don't fully notice the loading.
There's not like a long loading screen or like, get Batman at home. I mean, you guys are only touching on the fact, but my favorite part of this game is the fact that it's such a big sandbox. Like,
it is, yes,
I love campaign games, but I think I love more to just like, if I just want to plug a game in and just fly around.
Yeah.
Like that was why I love like all the Superman games. You can just like, it might have sucked, but you can just fly around and just be Superman. You can just be Batman.
On that note, that also leads to maybe a small negative about it. It's because there's so much around you and so easily to get distracted. Some people might, wait, I want to be doing this, but look, hey, shiny, new mission over here.
Dude, it's Spider-Man 3 all over again. You do the campaign when you want to do the campaign, and you go and pop balloons and you need to pop balloons.
But then you also have to remember, you're in a city that's a prison. Of course, there's going to be things happening all the time. You have to go take care of this, take care of that. And a big part that I really liked is the traversal. Like they made it fun to get around. It's like Just Cause 2, where you have the grappling hook and the cape thing to float around. You can pull yourself around. It's so much fun.
Very fluid, easy to do.
The new gadgets are awesome. The fact that you could like jam a gun from 100 meters away is awesome.
Yes.
Like stuff like that.
And again, the negative to that is they give you a lot up front. And so it's very overwhelming in the beginning, very overwhelming. But once you've mastered, once you've remembered what the quick draws are, it's fun and effective.
And as important, and let's try to wrap this up. One thing that's really important when it comes to comic book adaptations and as comic book to video game is cameos. And there are a ton of great cameos.
So many.
Not the band cameo. I don't want you to get mixed up with that. That would be weird. Yeah. Oh no, not the Street Fighter character cameo. No. But cameos, and you get to see and play as some of your favorite characters, as well as get to hear some of your favorite characters in a game, and it's just amazing.
Even like the ones that are like non-traditional are just like really heavy in the comics, like Calendar Man, Deadshot.
Hey, no spoilers.
No, Calendar Man is good. I want to talk about Calendar Man. Calendar Man, who,
that's a cool achievement.
Who is the main person in Long Halloween, essentially.
Go figure.
I read Miss Chrissy Lynn's version. But when you talk to him, if you got the game, when you talk to him now, he's like, "Oh, come back to see me on Halloween." Halloween, surprises, and you look at the calendar, and it has all the holidays of the year right there. So now I'm like, now I have to go back and play this game.
But the calendar has a bunch of holidays on it?
It has, yes, Billy holidays.
I've never heard of that before. That's so weird.
You black bastard. But it's good, and that just shows how deep this goes and how great this game.
It sounds like our only complaint is that there's too much.
That's not a bad thing. That is never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing.
It's definitely worth the $60.
So I think we need to wrap this up with the question. Do you think this will be Game of the Year?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I said that 3 times. So
So you know it.
I know.
If it's not, it will be nominated. There's no question about it. There are some amazing games coming out this year. Be ready for that, but I think it definitely deserves a strong win.
Yeah, I think there's definitely potential there. I don't know if it'll overtake Skyrim for me, but
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Has it? Did it came out. I think it came out just in time to be nominated. I think after a certain amount of time, you can't be nominated for Game of the Year. And if it went into next year, it'd be forgotten. So I think this year it hit in time, and I think this will be Game of the Year this year.
Absolutely, I agree.
So yeah, go pick it up if you haven't gotten it yet.
Batman Arkham City, it's out now.
Do it up.
If you didn't reserve it, you don't get the extra characters.
Yeah. Come on,
November 22nd, they released the characters to the public, and you get all the skins and all the characters. You
November 2nd is Nightwing.
As well as Nightwing.
November 2nd.
Yes.
And it's not Joe Vitron
and November
Justice.
22nd is when they release.
Right.
Whatever. So there you have it. That's our little Geek Down review of Batman Arkham City. We all agree, definitely get it, definitely rent it if you're a renter. I don't do that.
You own this game. You'll be proud to own it.
You definitely want to own it because there's a lot to do and it's definitely worth the dollar.
You'll be paying a lot of late fees if you rent it. Yeah. A lot of late fees.
Those still exist?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
All right,
Blockbuster still exists?
What's a Blockbuster?
I don't know.
Is that like West Coast Video?
It's a Quickster.
There you go.
Too soon.
Batman Arkham City.